Did the problems that you guys have had in earlier games of just closing and finish out, did you see that again today?
You know what? First half, we were as good as we've been on the defensive end. We were rebounding the ball. We only had 3 turnovers. You know, that was one of the big things of solving one of the big issues. And, you know, in the second half, you know, their pressure just kept wearing on us. And, you know, it looked like we got a little fatigued. I probably should have subbed a little bit more. Great environment, hot gym, intense game, and you know, the 10 turnovers in the second half didn't help us. Against Oregon, that's what they're trying to do, is just keep applying that pressure. And then offensive rebounding. You know, I thought we were getting good stops. We just couldn't finish with a rebound. They did a really good job, you know, getting to the end of the clock, getting a shot up, and then getting a second possession. And I thought that really hurt us.
How tough is it to drop this one? Obviously, a top 10 team, big crowd.
You know, it's hard anytime you lose, especially when you feel like you've had control of the game. You know, you gotta, you know, this is now the, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th game where we've lost by 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, where you have control against a really good team, up 14 or whatever we were in the second half, 16. You know, you got to be able to close that, and the way that they get back is by turning you over. Our offense got a little stale. We got tired. We stopped our movement. I thought that really hurt us. But with all that being said, you know, we missed a couple foul shots, which could have, you know, closed the game. Sometimes that happens in the game of basketball. You know, a lot of season left, a lot of really good teams. We're close. You know, we show so many great signs. We just got to get over the hump. I looked at during one part of the game, it was Raekwon, Marcus, J-Mac, Isaiah, and Nas. You know, so you got a lot of youth out there, a lot of young guys. And I mean, how good was Marcus Stonis in the first half? I mean, he looked like a seasoned veteran. I probably put too much on him, but in the second half, he hadn't played, and all of a sudden he plays 24 minutes against Oregon State, and then 36 tonight. You know, that was my call.
Coach, you asked your upperclassmen to step up after last week's against Cal. And then you just mentioned all the freshmen that were out there tonight. How do you feel that all work out there tonight?
Listen, you know, a big thing for me is not just necessarily when I ever say I want them to step up. It's never on a scoring issue. It's always about leadership and how hard you go out there and play and practice. And I thought for the most part, I thought Amir was pretty good. Sammy didn't get a lot of opportunity other than the beginning of the game, and Nas. And, you know, Nas is averaging, I think, 6, 13, 14 a game. He's been great for us all year. And, you know, some games you're going to have highs, you're going to have lows. But that's when I meant that about stepping up. And so those guys, in terms of practice, getting prepared for these games, they've been exceptional.
What did you think about Pritchard's performance, especially in the possession?
Well, the biggest thing, and our number one focus in the whole game was Pritchard, and we call red situations, which is 10 seconds or less on the clock. And in the first half, I think he had 3 of his threes were at the end of the clock, and so, you know, we kept telling the guys, he's like, well, he's there. I'm like, well, that's where Killian Tilly made it. That's where so-and-so you have to extend. And, you know, we didn't execute that. And you know, you lose a guy like that who means so much to the team. He's the head of the snake. You got to make sure he doesn't even have a chance to even see the basket. You got to force somebody else there to beat you. And he's an exceptional player. And you know, he was the number one thing on the scouting report, and we didn't defend it too well.
What has allowed Marcus to play the way he has, just with so much confidence?
The thing with Marcus is his control. He's got an old school pace to him. He's always in control. At the beginning, with the way that they were pressuring, we had played Jamal there, and I just felt like you know, it wasn't, you know, it was a lot to handle. So we decided to play Marcus more at the one tonight. And he just settles everything down. And the problem was he settled everything down to almost like a lull at the end. Some of the plays we were calling, we were running the same plays. I think it was, you know, we ran 3 sets over and over and over, and we were just slower, like in molasses. We weren't popping it when the ball wasn't moving. The One time we did, Jamal ended up, we ran a pass back and Jamal came up and made a layup. A lot of standing around, and so that might have been my mistake based on the fatigue factor of getting more guys in the game and more flow. But you know, it's hard to get that close. You know, you lead a game for 35 minutes at home. The crowd was just electric. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Second game in a row where the guys come out with a lot of energy, fast starts. What's the difference?
You know, you got to be able. It's a 40-minute game. You got to be able to do it for 40 minutes, and that's where it just looked like at the end the energy wasn't the same. It's been, you know, even late we missed a couple bunnies around the basket, layup here, put back, you know, like, then some foul shots, and those, in my opinion, probably end up being fatigue. And so I need to do a better job of subbing some guys out more, getting some guys in, especially second game, less than 48 hours, hot gym. Excitement, thought I could get away with it. It hurt us.
Even Isaiah, I mean, he also gives you everything he's got, but he had one mistake at the beginning of the game. I mean, it was just crazy the first one.
No, it is, and that's, you know, that's where, you know, games, you know, that's why we have a 12-point lead. 12-point lead. It was because of that. And you know, Oregon, they're a great program. They got a great coach. They got a great team. They got a player like Pritchard. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna come back and make their runs. As they made their runs, you know, we just kept telling the guys, like, we have the lead. You know, you can see their emotions going high and low. And you know, got to credit Oregon, Nick, the way that they press. I was telling a story earlier when I was at Syracuse. We were playing Louisville in the Big East Championship, and we were up 16 with 10 minutes to go in the game, and we lost by 16. And the press ends up just eroding your legs and that. I probably didn't do a good enough job managing that, especially in the second half. We had really had the control of the game, and I just didn't feel like it was going to hurt us because we were handling the press so well in the first half.
What is it about that press that makes it so hard to scheme against? Is it just that energy?
It's not. It's energy. They're throwing multiple guys at you, but I think it was more so. I don't think, you know, it was us making decisions. And sometimes when you get fatigued, you can throw it away, and you know, your legs go, mind goes, and that happens. But unfortunately tonight it happened to us.
Jay, Jamal and Raekwon, 16 and 3, shot selections.
Yeah, I love every time Raekwon Battle shoots the ball. He can shoot at half court if he wants to, for me. You know, I thought we all had, you know, really good looks for the most part. We just, in the second half, we didn't have as much ball movement. We had to have better ball movement. And we sometimes when we obviously want to get the ball into Isaiah, but the ball needs to pop, the ball needs to flow. Even in the first half, we just did a better job of it.
Do you think that Isaiah probably had maybe the best performance of the season?
He's, boy, it was like he was going to will us to the game. And he's just special. The first play when he turned and ripped, tried to dunk it. I think he got an and one. It was, that's a man. And he's a man and professional in all elements of his life, how he handles everything. And wish we could have got that one for him today.
Did you see him, I think he was completely held by a guy, and he turns to the ref and had a conversation with the ref. Did you see that?
Yeah, you know, and teams are designed to stop him, and they try to, you know, they try to hit him. They put smaller guys on him, you know, the look. And he's so classy, and he doesn't flop. He doesn't complain. He talks to you. He's respectful. He's everything that you want in a student athlete. 3.8. Just incredible kid. Just wish we could have got this one for him today.
On your last shot in regulation at the end of the phase, was that the shot that you wanted or?
Well, you know, sometimes in a situation, I don't like to call timeouts in certain situations because I don't want them to set up their defense. You know, they're playing their man, they're playing their press, and if they're in their press, they're making the call. Dana's making the call over there. And so I think I called something to get to the basket, and it ends up sometimes they take that away. You get a good look, like, you know, Jamal had a good look. I think he hit the back of the rim. But need to be better. You know, we're showing some great signs of being really, really elite. I think Marcus has really, solved, I think, the quad A issue. Second outing, got a great opportunity next week in Utah and Colorado. Get better. A lot of games. College basketball is kind of crazy right now, and I think we've shown for a lot of times that we can play with anybody and beat anybody. Now we just got to finish these games. We're losing games by 3-2 at the end, where before we were winning those games last year. So that's been the difference.